Good afternoon and welcome back to Sully Anderson Field for Game 2 of today's doubleheader and the Game 3 rubber match between the Crimson Storm of Southern Nazarene University and your Ouachita Tigers. Going through the lineups of both teams. For Southern Nazarene, they're coming in with a record of 20-18 overall on the season. Ouachita coming in 19-17 overall on the season. It's looking like Ouachita will lock up a winning regular season record this year. The worst they can finish now is 19-18 overall. A win in Game 3 will win them this series and also secure a winning record as no matter what happens in the JC tournament, as it will most likely be single elimination this year, taking place in 2 weeks in Bentonville, Arkansas. Tigers have already punched their ticket. They're secured a spot. They're at least going to be the 6th seed. If they can win this series, they will most likely or have a good chance at bumping up to the 5. And if Harding continues to fall, there's a chance that they could even bump up into a 4 seed spot. The last few years, Tigers have been able to get in as the 8 or the 7 seed. They were the 8 seed in 2017 and 2019 and the 7 seed in 2018. All those years were with losing records in conference and overall. Changing that around here, they're going to be at least the 6th seed this season in 2 weeks. Going through the lineups for both teams for this decisive rubber match. For Southern Nazarene, center field number 2, Sydney Sunby. First base number 29, Mahina Sauer. Third base number 10, Caitlin Curley. Designated player number 23, Brooklyn Sparkman. Left field number 15, Haley Fellers. Shortstop number 4, Natalie Jones. Right field number 27, Raya Smith. Second base number 3, Brooklyn Sullivan. And catching is number 18, Victoria Rodriguez. Pitching for Southern Nazarene will be number 5, Hannah Sattler. Pitching for the Tigers to start this off will be Nicole Areola, the senior out of Corsicana, Texas. She's coming in facing off against Sydney Sunby to start this off. First pitch will be a little bit inside for ball 1 from Nicole Areola. Areola comes in with a 4.11 ERA, 4-6 on the season, making her 11th start. Now it's going to be high and outside. Ball 2, update from down the road. Henderson defeats Ouachita 3-2 to take the series in the Battle of the Ravine. Game 3 will be coming up shortly at Rab Rogers. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Areola. That one's going to be called strike 1. Good pitch there from Areola. So the senior out of Corsicana, Texas, double majoring in education and kinesiology here at Ouachita. 2-1 count here to Sunby. That one's going to be up high, and it's going to be a 3-1 count now. A 3-1 hitters count. That's going to be hit foul for strike 2. Good job by Areola battling back in this one to make it a full count to Sunby. Sunby coming in batting .337 on the season. Payoff pitch on the way from Areola. It's going to be hit foul. We'll see another one. For those of you who didn't join in Game 1 of today's doubleheader, Ouachita won that one 5-2 to even up the series after Southern Nazarene won Game 1 yesterday evening by a score of 9-4. Another payoff pitch. That's going to be hit deep into left center. It's going to bounce off the wall, picked up by... They're going to throw into second. Herbert's there, and they got her out. Sunby got greedy looking for 2, and a fantastic throw from Kendall Moyer out in left. Gets her at second base. A fantastic tag by Kirsten Shaw as well. Gets out number 1. What a way to start off a game. That will bring up Mahina Sauer, GAC's leading batter. That one's going to be in there for strike 1 from Areola. The 0-1. Called strike 2. So that hit from Sunby goes down as a single and was caught trying to advance to second. But a fantastic job by this Tiger. That's going to be hit right up there. Shaw dives. It's going to get under a glove. So that'll be a base hit for Sauer, who was batting .468, now probably back to that .470 mark. That will bring up Caitlin Curley, batting .360 now on the season. Curley had a solo home run in game 1. That's going to be popped up. Wade comes over and makes the grab in the infield. That'll be out number 2. That'll bring up the designated player, Brooklyn Sparkman.
Designated player number 23, Brooklyn
Sparkman
Sparkman.
was 0 for 4 in the first game. Reached on the fielder's choice and an error. That's going to be popped foul for strike 1. Batting .337 now on the season is Sparkman. Sparkman is a senior out of Kingfisher, Oklahoma, and a transfer in out of North Oklahoma College, Enid. 0-1 count here on Sparkman from Areola. It's going to bounce in front of the plate, well in front of the plate for ball 1. That one must have slipped out of the hand. That one's going to be up high for ball 2. 2-1 count here. 0-0 ball game, top of the first with 2 outs and 1 runner on. The pitch from Areola. Swung on, popped up, out of play, strike 2. That'll land on top of the hill and roll its way down. It's one of the nice things about the berm here. It's basically returns all the foul balls for you. Makes it a 2-2 count here with 2 outs and 1 runner on here in the top of the first inning. The 2-2. Called strike 3. Areola picks up her first strikeout of the day, and that'll end the top half of the first inning. 1 runner reaches after 2 hits, but no runs cross, and we'll head to the bottom half of the first, tied up at 0-0. Be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field for the bottom half of the first inning. Still tied up 0-0. Ouachita coming up for the first time today. We'll go through the lineup of the Tigers. It's going to be shortstop, batting first, number 2, Hope Wade. Then center field, number 14, Heather Brown. Third base, number 24, Sloan Freaker. Catching is number 7, Jillian Jones. Right field, number 6, Callie Jordan. Second base, number 11, Kirsten Shaw. Designated player is going to be number 0, Tori Herbert. First base, number 10, Kendall Doctor. And left field, number 21, Kendall Moyer. Starting off in the circle for Southern Nazarene will be Hannah Sattler, the right-handed pitcher, number 5. Sattler is a freshman out of Simi Valley, California, in Royal High School. Saw a little bit of action in game 1. Came in on relief of Sparkman to shut down the rest of the game. Comes in with a 4.35 ERA, making her just her 3rd start of the year, her 12th appearance. She's pitched 27 1/3 innings. She'll be starting off against Hope Wade, who is now batting .356. That's good for the number 1 spot on this Tiger team now. That one's going to miss outside for ball 1. Wade went 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored and 3 stolen bases in game 1 today. Of today's doubleheader anyways. There's a 1-0 count here. That one's going to be called strike one from Sattler. Sattler has walked 12 and struck out 13 this season. Opponents batting just .271 against the right-hander. We'll see what the Tigers can do against some of those numbers. Wade settles in here with a 1-1 count. Nobody out and nobody on. That's going to be hit in the left for a base hit. Leadoff single for Hope Wade. And that'll bring up Heather Brown, second on the team in batting average with .349. Brown, the sophomore out of Mount Vernon, Texas, gets ready to step in. Brown went 1 for 3 in game 2. It's going to be low with a stolen base and an RBI. Wade looking to get aggressive out there on the base paths. Again, she stole 3 bases in game 1 today, or game 2 of the series, and stole a few Friday night as well. So 1-0 count here to Brown. Looks like it's also going to be a long time between pitches. Runner goes, pulls back. Here's a throw from Rodriguez, not in time and off the mark. So Wade picks up another stolen base. As that one, I believe, was called a ball. Not quite sure on that one as I was focused on the throw. And it was ruled a ball, so it'll be a 2-0 count here on Brown. Now a runner in scoring position. That's going to be called strike one. Wade now has 8 stolen bases. Well and away the top base stealer on this Ouachita team. The next closest is Kendall Moyer with 3. Wade was tied with Moyer. That's going to be hit into left center. It's going to be down. They're going to wave Wade around. It'll get away from the center fielder, Sunby, and Wade will score off the RBI double from Heather Brown. So Tigers strike first once again. They're up 1-0 after the RBI double from Heather Brown. And that'll bring up Sloan Preakers. Rodriguez goes out there to have a quick word with Sattler.
Now batting for the Tigers, third baseman, number 24, Sloan Preaker.
So Preaker steps in here. The .322 average, 13 RBIs on the season. First pitch is going to be laced just foul down the left field line. Preakers hit a lot of those over that way a little bit early on Sattler's pitches. Oh, 1 count here. Nobody out. Runner on second in scoring position. That's Heather Brown. Tigers up 1-0. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit. It'll be foul, but it might be catchable, and it will get down. So it'll be no 2 count now on Preaker. She stays alive with 2 foul balls. Preaker will step back in here with an 0-2 count. Got a battle here. Did a good job with it in game 1. Had an RBI. Good crowd on hand here for this Saturday doubleheader. It's also senior day here at Sully Anderson Field. The 0-2 pitch. That's going to be hit in the left for a base hit. They're going to send Brown around as it's going to get behind Fellers, and Brown will score easily. So back-to-back RBI doubles off of miscues in the outfield. Tigers now up 2-0 with no outs here in the bottom of the first inning. And it looks like we're going to have and we will see Sparkman again. They're going to change pitchers here, and Sparkman's going to come in and take over for the 3rd game. All right, so once again, we see Sparkman coming back in to take over for Sadler after she's allowed 2 runs to come through. Well, I guess we'll take a quick break. We've already seen Sadler twice, or technically 3 times. I'll tell you more about that when we take a quick break. Be right back here on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field. Nobody out. Bottom of the first, runner on second. Tigers up 2-0 over Southern Nazarene. New pitcher as Sparkman is back in here. She's pitched in all 3 games. Technically, this will be her 4th appearance. She was pulled in game 2 and then came back in less than an inning later. First pitch to Jones is going to be low for ball 1. Jones batting .314 now on the season. Jones has 23 RBIs on the season. Or it should be 24, I believe. She had 1 in game 2. That's going to be hit into right. Smith goes back, but she's going to make the grab. Preaker will tag up and make it to third. Should go down as a sac fly from Jones deep into right. Moves Preaker over, and that'll be the first out.
Now batting for the Tigers, right fielder, number 6, Callie Jordan.
That fly ball there does do a job as it moved Preaker over third, just 1 out as Callie Jordan steps up. Jordan steps in batting .320 on the year. Up high, ball 1. Jordan steps in, the junior out of Crystal Beach, Texas. And Port Neches Groves High School. Elementary education major. The 1-0 hit. It'll be foul and it should get down. So that'll be strike 1 on Jordan. Jordan will step back in here with a 1-0 count. One count here on Jordan. Sparkman with the call, and since Sparkman back in, we can guarantee you this is going to be a slowed down game. Jordan will lay down a bunt. It's going to stay. They're going to say it was a foul ball. It was touched foul, so it should be foul. That's a foul ball. It should be. It's rule. I mean, Preaker came home. We'll see what the ruling is. I mean, that was foul. It was off the line. We'll see what this ruling is. Umpire's going to go there and have a quick word with the field umpire. This is getting interesting early here, folks. I mean, that should have been a foul ball. It was off the chalk, but, I mean, it helps Washita. So Coach Grimes is saying it was on the chalk, but we'll see what the call is. Right now, Jordan stands on first with an RBI. Not writing anything in my book just yet. Interesting way to start the game. Long talk out there in the field between the two umpires. I feel like if you're talking for this long, you might as well just roll with it, rule what you did and leave it alone. Granted, if I was head coach or co-head coach Webb or Madden, I would not be happy about it. Madden's still going to argue his case, but either way, it's going to stay the same. So that'll be an RBI for Callie Jordan. She now stands on first as Preaker came in, and Tigers now lead at 3-0. That was an interesting series of events, to say the least. Sparkman will get ready here, stepping back in. Now up is Kirsten Shaw, second baseman today. She's going to miss for ball one. Shaw, a graduate student out of Flower Mound, Texas. She will be graduating this year. She took advantage of that extra COVID year, so it technically goes down as a senior. The 1-0, called, strike one. So they wrote down the numbers, or spray painted the numbers of the seniors around the field today. The pitchers are behind home plate. And you've got the other ones around the outfield. Swung on and missed, strike two for Shaw. Shaw's batting .254 this season, making her 21st start, or 22nd start. The 1-2, low and outside, ball two. So Washington leads at 3-0. The first two runs you can definitely say were legitimate. That last one, I mean, it looked like it was on the edge of the chalk. I wasn't quite sure. There's a lot of talk about it, but either way, Tigers now lead 3-0 here with one out and one on in the bottom of the first. That's going to be hit into center field. Sunby comes up and makes the grab on the run for out number two. Jordan stays at first, and that'll bring up Tori Herbert, the designated player. Herbert, the senior out of Fort Worth, Texas, and Northwest High School, steps in. Herbert wears the 00 for the Tigers. Started at second in the first game of this doubleheader. Has now moved into the designated player role, batting .286 on the season. It's going to be low for ball one from Sparkman. The 1-0 pitch, that's going to be fouled back for strike one. Land on top of the berm, and it'll make its way back down the hill. The Tigers with a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. 2 outs and a runner on first. Getting ready for a 1-1 pitch from Sparkman. Outside, ball two. Now that Sparkman's in, granted it was a trend with all Southern Nazarene pitchers, but none more so than Sparkman. It's going to be a lot of time in between pitches. Really going to drag this one out again, more than likely. The 2-1's called, strike two. Fastball right on that inside corner. Evens the count up at 2s across the board with the runner on first. Bottom of the first inning here. The 2-2 swung on and missed, strike three. And that will do it for the first inning. Tigers get 3 across take a 3-0 lead into the second. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field here for the top half of the second inning. Washita leads it 3-0 over the Crimson Storm of Southern Nazarene. Nicole Areola back out in the circle for another inning of work, and due up will be 5, 6, and 7 for Southern Nazarene. That's Haley Fellers, Natalie Jones, and Raya Smith. See if Tigers can continue what they started in the first. So Nicole Areola gave it 2 hits in the bottom of the first, or top of the first, but no runs crossed. This will be the first week in a while that we will have seen all of Washita's pitchers. In game 1, we saw Nikki Schneider and Hannah Stewart play. And Madison Miller pitched a complete game in game 2, which was the game 1 of the doubleheader, which most of you, I'm sure, watched. Now we see Nicole Areola, just a 4-player roster on this pitching staff for Washita, but they have done a fantastic job this season. That one's going to be hit foul for strike 1 on Fellers. Fellers is the left fielder for Southern Nazarene, a junior out of Saginaw, Texas, in Saginaw High School. Oh, 1 count here. That's going to be hit into center field, and it's going to... Oh, Brown with a great one on. It'll pop out of her glove. There's a great diving effort there by Brown. Just an awkward dive there, and he's going to pop out of the glove. That should go down as a hit. I'm marking it as a hit in my book. And she had to dive to get that one. So leadoff base runner for Southern Nazarene. That'll bring up Natalie Jones, the shortstop. First pitch to Jones, a little bit high for ball 1. Should be known that was pretty much a 30-minute first inning, so we're in for another long one. To be called strike 1. Good pitch there from Areola. We said Areola comes in with a 4.11 ERA, making her 11th start, pitching 44 1/3 innings, and giving up 26 earned runs. That one's going to miss for ball 2. Pretty close. Areola is top 20 in the GAC with that 4.11 ERA. She is tied for 10th overall in earned runs allowed and 11th in hits allowed. That one's going to be called strike 2, and the count evens up. No outs here in the top of the second. Washita leading 3-0. The co-head coach Madden is going to go out there and go talk to the field umpire about something. He calls time. I'm going to walk across from third base over there to go talk. Not quite sure what this is about, unless he wants to try to argue balls and strikes, but usually that does not end well for a coach. I'm not quite sure what this is about here. So really not sure what this conversation is going to be about. Madden will head back to his box over at third base. Not happy about whatever it is. So really not sure what that was about, or what you go talk to the field umpire about. So in here now is Jones. That's going to be hit into Preaker's glove, throws it back to Doctor at first. Double play! A 5-3 double play. Just like that, we went from 1 on with no outs to nobody on and 2 outs. A fantastic play by Sloan Preaker over at third, getting it back to Doctor in time. That will bring up Raya Smith, the right fielder. She'll hit that one over to Preaker. She scoops it up, throws it across the diamond to Doctor. 4 out number 3. So the Tigers work around a leadoff single and get out of the inning with 3 up, 3 down. Ouachita still leads at 3-0. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Wichita.
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field for the bottom half of the second inning. Ouachita leads at 3-0 over Southern Nazarene. Due up for the Tigers will be 8, 9, and 1. That's Kendall Doctor, Kendall Moyer, and then back to the top in Hope Wade.
First baseman, number 10, Kendall Doctor.
Doctor steps in with a batting average of 190 on the season. That was going to be called strike 1 on Doctor. Doctor making her 17th or 18th start of the season. Oh, 1, low and inside, ball 1. The 1-1 popped up. It'll get down, and it's going to stay fair. Leadoff single, Kendall Doctor. They thought that one was going to roll foul, but it had enough spin on it to stay fair. So leadoff single puts Kendall Doctor on first. That'll bring up Kendall Moyer. Moyer batting 190 on the season, making her 29th start. Sparkman gets the call from the coach, checks the armband. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be hit. Ooh, just foul. Almost got under the glove of Curley. Good idea on that one, but it will be strike 1. Oh, 1 count here on Moyer. That's going to be hit foul out of play for strike 2. That was close, but did not go in the trash can like the one earlier. Moyer, the junior out of Lampasas, Texas, majoring in accounting and finance here at Ouachita. Getting ready to step back in. Got a battle here with 2 strikes. Oh, 2 count. 1 on. That's going to be hit right up the middle for a base hit. Doctor will slide into second. Back-to-back singles for the Tigers here in the bottom half of the second. And that takes us back to the top of the lineup in Hope Wade with 2 on and nobody out. Wade steps in 1 for 1 on the day. Sparkman gets the call here. First pitch to Wade, popped up, back out of play, strike 1. And the dog is doing his best, and he gets the softball. We'll see if he gives it back, and he does. That's a good boy right there. A fantastic dog. The dog is putting in work out here today. That one's going to be, that's going to be called strike 1. That looked a little bit outside, but it'll be called strike 1. Or that'll actually be strike 2 on Wade, as the first one was a foul ball. That dog is expecting that ball. The dog is expecting somebody to throw the softball back to him. Somebody needs to find him a tennis ball or something. He deserves one. It's a good dog. It's an 0-2 pitch. Wade's got a battle here. The 0-2, low and outside, ball 1. Trying to get Wade to chase, but she wouldn't go. Now a 1-2 count with nobody out and 2 runners on for the Tigers here. Tigers leading 3-0 in the bottom of the second. Said Wade went 3 for 4 in the first game. See what she does here. The 1-2 count. Popped up into left. It's going to be foul. It'll get down foul, so it'll be still a 1-2 count on Wade. A nice cloudy day. Co-head coach Tara Weber yells for time at the umpire and heads out there to talk to Sparkman. Don't know if we'll see another pitching change. There is somebody warming up in the bullpen. Can't see from this angle. It's hard to see the bullpens here at Sully Anderson Field, but somebody is in the Southern Naz bullpen. I can see a catcher warming up. No pitching change yet. It's still going to be Sparkman's ball. Got a 1-2 count on Wade. Still Sparkman's ball, so we'll get started back here after that time was called. Not too sure what that conversation was about in the circle, but that's between Coach Weber and the rest of the infield. Wade steps in. Wade was batting .356. That came, I'm sure that bumped up a little bit. Looks like live stats have gone down, at least on my laptop. 1-2 count here for Wade. Swung at, and she will chop at that one. Tried to slap at that one, but it will be a strikeout. First strike, or second strikeout of the day for Sparkman. That will bring up Heather Brown. Brown is 1 for 1. Batting .355 now on the season. Like I said, Brown is 1 for 1 with an RBI. First pitch to Brown, called strike 1. Brown, the sophomore out of Mount Vernon, Texas. And it's taken us 10 minutes to get to the first out here in the bottom of the second. The 0-1, low, ball 1. Brown with an on-base percentage of .420 on the season. That's going to be in. Oh, that will hit her. It clipped the elbow guard there. Sparkman said it didn't, but you could hear it hit something before it got to the catcher's mitt. So that will load the bases for Sloan Precure. So I don't know what Sparkman thought. You could hear it clip the. You could hear it hit that Evo Shield elbow guard. See assistant coach Macy Wilson down there wearing 2 of them on her left arm now. That'll bring up Sloan Precure. Precure 1 for 1 with an RBI today as well. Was able to get to second on an error. Precure batting .328 on the season. That one will be popped up back out of play into the fans. It'll roll up the berm, and that one's actually going to get stopped in some grass before coming back down. So Sparkman will get another ball, and it'll be an 0-1 count here on Precure. 1 out and bases loaded. Bottom of the second inning. Ouachita leads it 3-0. Precure does have 2 homers to her name this season, with a slugging percentage of .426 coming into this game at least. The 0-1. Called strike 2. Good pitch there from Sparkman, a little bit on the inside, but it caught that inside part of the zone. So it's going to be an 0-2 count. Precure's got a battle here. She did it earlier. Let's see if she can do it again. Precure, one of the most consistent batters on this Ouachita team. She'll call time and step out. The psychology major doing a good job at trying to get into the brains of the pitcher. So step back in here. Likes to get a lot of those little, I guess you call them half swings in. Low, ball 1. Good job laying off there. Trying to get Precure to chase, but wouldn't go. See Precure going with the 1 batting glove approach. Waiting on Sparkman to get the sign, read the armband for about 5 seconds, and get on the rubber. It's 1-2 count here. The 1-2, 1 out. That's going to be popped up on the infield and caught by Curley for out number 2. That'll bring up Jillian Jones. Jones is 0 for 1 today with a fly out to left. Batting .311. You do not want to strand all 3 of these on base when you had bases loaded with just 1 out. Let's see what Jones can do here. 2 outs here. Bases loaded. Tigers leading 3-0 in the bottom of the second. Call. Oh, they're going to say that one missed for ball 1. Good job laying off. These Southern Naz fans are not happy with the umpire today. 1-0 count, 2 outs, bases loaded for Jillian Jones, the junior out of Inez, Texas. Let's see if she can make something happen here. I believe she's tied for the lead with RBIs right now with Madison Miller. See if she can take that lead back. Outside, ball 2. Jones is well overdue for a big hit. Hitting the count, 2-0. Sparkman's getting the sign, then checking the armband, and now she's ready to pitch. The 2-0. That's going to be hit deep into left. Fellers is back, and it's going to be just shy of that wall for out number 3. It looked good off the bat, but that's going to be it for the second inning. Tigers load the bases but can't bring anybody home, so that'll be it. Tigers still leading 3-0. We'll be back with the 3rd inning right after this on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field. Tigers still up 3-0. Areola back out in the circle for another inning of work. Looks like co-head coach Weber was having a word with the field umpire, and the field umpire just told her to go back in the dugout. Due up for Southern Nazarene will be 8-9-1. Sullivan, Rodriguez, and Sunby. So Dariola back out in the circle.
For Southern Nazarene, second baseman number 3, Brooklyn Sullivan.
That was going to be called strike one from Areola. Oh, that's what it was. The pitching coach for Southern Nazarene was telling her that Areola was illegally pitching. Not sure what that's about. I guess they just gave her a warning for how she pitches, but make the coaches happy over there at Southern Nazarene. So now they're going to say it's a 1-0 count. That first strike does not count because they're calling an illegal pitch. So a 1-0 count now from Areola. That one's going to be called strike one to even the count up at 1-1. So now it's a 1-1 count. Should be 0-2, but it is a 1-1 now. Sullivan calls time and steps out. Head coach Weber coming out to tell the umpire that it's 1-1, even though the umpire had it correct. It was just in the press box that they just had it off. So I guess they forget that the scoreboard's not the official thing. Umpire's going to go there and have a quick word with Weber, who wants to be mouthy about things. That's what they're going to talk with the press box, I guess. It was just a small slip up in the press box. I mean, it happens all the time. The scoreboard's not official. It's what the umpire keeps on his little tracker that he keeps in his left hand. So it's a 1-1 count here. Sullivan now stepping back in. Southern Nazarene really enjoys drawing out a softball game. It's a 1-1 count. Popped up. Oh, that might be back here. That's back here. Oh, just shy. Man, I was ready for that one. Play is made on the bounce. I'm pretty sure I leaned over a little bit far on Chase Hartzell here, but I was ready to catch that one. I've been wanting one all season, but that one just landed too far in front of the table. I was excited on that one, but it'll be strike two. Sorry for leaning over on that one, Chase. I got zoned in on that one. I wanted it. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled back. See another 1-2 pitch coming up from Areola. See if she can win the battle against the leadoff. That's going to be popped up, back out of play. Almost hit one of the fans over there right behind on the first base side of things. Still a 1-2 count from Areola on Sullivan. Low and in the dirt, ball two. We get under the glove of Jones. Even the count up. The 2-2 pitch from Areola. Outside, count runs full. Full count here. The payoff pitch from Areola. Swung on and laced foul. We'll see another payoff pitch coming up. A long first at bat here in the top of the third. Payoff pitch right into the glove of Preaker. Over to Doctor, out number 1. Preaker having a fantastic start to the game over there at third. The senior showing out in her last game here at Sully Anderson Field. That will bring up number 18, Rodriguez. Rodriguez steps up with 1 out and nobody on. Rodriguez's first at bat of the day. First pitch, strike 1. The 0-1 from Areola. Tipped foul, strike 2. Rodriguez is a senior out of Rowlett, Texas, and Rowlett High School. I'm going to say it is safe to assume she was high school teammates with Tiger first baseman Kendall Doctor, also out of Rowlett and Rowlett High School. The 0-2. Ooh, just missed, ball 1. Areola wanted that one. Get a 1-2 pitch. Areola still ahead in the count here. Tigers still with a 3-0 lead here in the top of the third. The 1-2. Hit over to Shaw, scoops it up, and tosses it over to Doctor for out number 2. Back to the top of the lineup in Sydney Sunby. Sunby singled in the first, but got caught trying to get second base for the first out of the first inning. It'll be her second at bat of the day. So technically she is 1 for 1, now batting .343 on the season. First pitch hit into right field, just above the dirt. Jordan will get it up and get it back in, so that'll be a 2-out single for Sunby, who is now 2 for 2 on the day. That'll bring up the GAC's leading batter. And Mahina Sauer now batting .473. She's dropped a few points since coming to Sully Anderson this weekend. Came in .477. Sunby is the leading base stealer for this Southern Raz team. We'll see if she wants to go against Jones here. Jones has caught 7 this season. An 0-1 count here on Sauer. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. The 1-1. Outside, ball 2. Earl now behind in the count here. 2 outs here and a runner on in the top of the third. Washita still leading by 3. We hit foul for strike 2 from Sauer. Two outs, 2 strikes. Runner will most likely be going on the pitch here. 2-2 count. 2s across the board. Top of the third, Washita leading 3-0. The pitch, it's gonna be hit. Shaw gets it and touches on second herself for out number 3. So that does it for the top half of the third inning. 4 up, 3 down for Southern Nazarene. We'll take a quick break. Washita still leading by 3 here on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service. so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field, here for the bottom half of the third inning here at Sully Anderson. Tigers leading it 3-0. Sparkman back out in the circle for another inning of work. Due up for the Tigers will be 5, 6, and 7. That's Callie Jordan, Kirsten Shaw, and Tori Herbert. We'll see what we can get. See what the Tigers can get going here. See if they can add to their 3-run lead. Looks like live stats is still down for us, so we're going off the batting averages coming into the weekend. Or coming into this game as Jordan steps in.
Bottom of the third inning for Washita. Right fielder.
Jordan is 1 for 1 today with an RBI, batting .327. The junior out of Crystal Beach, Texas. Jordan, the elementary education major, steps in against Sparkman. Bottom of the third inning, nobody out. Fouled right back into that net. For strike one. 0-1 count here on Jordan. Got a battle. Leadoff batter here in the bottom of the third for the Tigers. That one will be fouled back into the net. Strike two. Got a battle here with 2 strikes now. Tigers do a good job battling with 2 strikes so far this season. They do not strike out often. They're near the bottom of the GAC in strikeouts coming into the weekend. They had 139, which was good for 11th. Fouled back. I said it's 11th in the conference. That's going from most to least. Most being number 1 in the conference in strikeouts. The 0-2 getting ready to come from Sparkman, who once again takes her time out there in the circle. The 0-2 from Sparkman on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 and out number 1. That'll bring up Kirsten Shaw. Shaw steps in 0 for 1 today. Flew out to center. It was a well-hit ball to center field, but still resulted in an out back in the first inning. First pitch called, strike 1. Shaw, the marketing and mass communication major here at Washita. It's a double major. Built the Hickinbotham School of Business and the Rogers Department of Communications. The latter of which is the department I am gladly affiliated with. That's going to be hitting the left. Feller's going to have to come up, and it's going to get down. It'll get away from Fellers, and Shaw will head on into second. So a 1-out double for Kirsten Shaw. Gets a runner in scoring position for Tori Herbert. Herbert stepping in, the senior out of Fort Worth. Seniors have been showing out so far today. Let's see if that trend continues with Herbert. First pitch to Herbert, called, strike 1. The Tigers today wearing the purple tops and pinstripe pants. Southern Nazarene in the all black uniforms. That's going to be popped up. It looks like it'll go foul. It might get away, and it will. So that'll be strike 2 on Herbert. No 2 count here on Herbert. Going to have to battle. Runner on second. Tigers leading 3-0. Herbert choked up on the bat a little bit. The 0-2. Outside, ball 1. Good eye there from Herbert. One-two count to Herbert on the way. Hit up the middle. Sparkman gets it and gets the throw over to first to Sauer for out number 2. Shaw was held up at second as Sparkman checked the runner. That'll bring up Kendall Doctor. Doctor 1 for 1 today. Got a hit and made it over to third in the bottom of the second. Doctor, the senior out of Rowlett, Texas. Rowlett High School. So most likely I would assume her high school teammate directly behind her at catcher and Rodriguez. First pitch high and outside, ball 1. One of the things about softball that never fails to crack me up is the amount of chants the teams do. They are some of the most creative things I've ever heard. That one's going to be swung on and missed for strike 1. But these chants are just, they get creative out here in what they choose to do. In baseball, everything's usually fairly quiet and more serious. Softball, you get these chants in between pitches. Makes it interesting to say the least. 1-1 count here with 2 outs and a runner on second for Doctor. Outside, ball 2. Good job laying off there for Doctor. So Doctor 1 for 1 today. Came in batting 152 on the season. On base percentage of 300. Been hit several times this season. That's going to be ball 3. At one point, she was top 10 in the GAC and getting hit. So she's been hit 6 times and walked just once. She's got a hitter's count here. Three-one, fouled back and out of play. Strike 2, count runs full. Full count here to Kendall Doctor. Sparkman once again taking her time. 3-2 payoff pitch popped up out of play. We'll see another one. Doctor doing a good job battling here with 2 strikes. Let's see who wins this battle. Getting ready for the payoff pitch once again. Doctor doing a good job battling. Looks like she's got a lot of power in the swing. We'll see if it can come through on this one. The payoff pitch from Sparkman on its way once again. That's going to be laced foul. Bounce off the net and into the glove of Curley over there at third, but that's just a foul ball. Doctor stepping back in here. Waiting once again, a good while between pitches here. Payoff pitch from Sparkman. That's going to be hit deep into left. It might go. It's going to land off the top of the fence. Should be a home run. Kendall Doctor. That ball is out, but the Doctor is in. Tigers now go up 5-0. Home run, Kendall Doctor, her first of the season. A great hit for the senior out of Rowlett, Texas. What a hit. I mean, that one just barely got out of here as it hit the top of the fence. And that will bring up Kendall Moyer. But first, we will have a meeting in the circle, because what else would we have? Can't have an inning without a meeting in the circle, apparently. And we will see another pitcher. Arnold coming back in. We saw her in game 2. So we'll take a quick break, and I'll try to pull up some stats on Arnold. We'll be right back here on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
At Washita, we care deeply for our students, and we are seeking to invest in them every day.
My professors are some of the best people I've ever met. They love me, they care for me, they care about my well-being.
Faculty are so open to helping you, even outside of the classroom. Like the night before the test, they'll stay up till late in case you need help. And they're really open about that, just really helping you understand everything.
The faculty has challenged me in a way that I feel equipped for whatever comes my way outside of Washita.
The faculty and staff really pour into me every day in class, but also out of class. They're really invested in my future.
We develop relationships, and we really seek to pour into the whole person.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field. Getting ready to give you some stats on Arnold. Like I said, don't have the updated stats from after game 2. Like I said, live stats are down. Usually that automatically goes through. I have a list of stats here. Arnold, like I said, entered last one with an ERA of 7 even. See if I can see where she entered last time around. Did not give up a run against Tigers. A couple hits, but that was it. A lot of fielder's choice and a couple of errors. But either way, we're down here at the 9-hole hitter with 2 outs and nobody on for Kendall Moyer. So that was the 15th home run given up by Sparkman on the year. That one's going to be foul for strike 1 to Moyer. Moyer came in batting 190. She is 1 for 2 today, so that might have gotten her average above 200. Made some good plays this season out there in left. The 0-1, off speed inside. Ball 1. And it is official. Baseball has officially caught up to us. They started about 30-40 minutes after we did. And they are in the bottom of the third. Still tied 0-0 down the street between Washita and rival Henderson. That's going to be hit foul for strike 2. The new pitcher, Arnold, is a junior out of Wichita, Kansas, out of Mays High School. Find it fitting that a school in Kansas is named Mays. That's going to be hit over, scooped up by Curley, and gets the out to end the inning. So that will do it for the 3rd inning. Tigers add 2 more off of the 2-run homer from senior Kendall Doctor. They lead it 5-0. We'll be right back here on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
Getting directions to Washita Baptist University.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field here on the campus of Washita Baptist University. Getting ready for the top of the 4th inning. Nicole Ariola back out in the circle. Due up for Southern Nazarene will be 3, 4, and 5. It's Caitlin Curley, Brooklyn Sparkman, and Haley Fellers. Be the 2nd time up for these 3 batters. Said she'll be starting off against Caitlin Curley. She popped up too short last time up, back in the 1st inning. Leading off here in the 4th. Tigers up 5-0 over Southern Nazarene. Cinderella getting ready to start things off once again. First pitch called, strike 1. That's going to be hit foul for strike 2. Getting a new pitcher in. Not sure what the delay in that one was. Needed a new ball at least, but see what else that was about. All speed there is hit over, and it will get into right field for a leadoff base hit. That was an awkward hit there for Curley, but it does get her on base, and a leadoff base runner for the Crimson Storm.
Now batting for Southern Nazarene, designated player number 23, Brooklyn Sparkman.
So Tigers still at 5-0 as Sparkman steps in and fouls that one back. Sparkman struck out looking back in the 1st. So Tigers have at least secured the 6th seed in the GAC tournament, looking to maybe get the 5 seed. They'll be playing up at on Friday, March 14th in Bentonville, Arkansas. That's going to be hit over 2. It's going to get past Dr. Shaw, picks it up and gets it to Doctor for out number 1. Throw down over to second, but Curley stayed there. Good job by Shaw staying with that one and getting that over to Doctor for out number 1. So that'll bring up Haley Fellers. What I was saying was the softball champions for the GAC will be at the athletic complex in Bentonville, Arkansas. It'll be 8 teams. The top 8 teams go. That's going to be popped up on the infield. Foul territory. Preacher calls it and makes the grab for out number 2. Just like that, quickly have 2 away here in the top of the 4th.
Shortstop, number 4, Natalie Jones.
Now it will be Natalie Jones, shortstop, coming in. She lined out to 3rd last time up. It ended up turning into a double play. That one just missed for ball 1. It will be a single elimination bracket. So if Ouachita can hold on to this lead and win this game, no matter what happens at the GAC tournament, they will finish with the first winning record in 10 years. As that is hit into center field. Brown shades over to the left and makes the grab to end the inning. So that does it for the 4th inning of play. Ouachita holds on to their 5-run lead. No runs crossed yet. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th, see what the Tiger Bats can do. We'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
We believe in a faith that seeks understanding. So as a university, we believe that all of the various things that we study allow us to really develop a more vigorous faith.
Ouachita Baptist is so catered to growing in your spiritual walk.
My interaction with professors and fellow students in classes and learning has helped me learn more about who God is in my personal life.
One of the beauties of the education that we give to our students is to expose them to the various realms of knowledge, which then equips them as men and women of faith to be able to understand and really appreciate the complicated world in which we live.
Ouachita Baptist has taught me how a love for God and a love of learning really go hand in hand.
By coming to Ouachita and finding mentors on staff or upperclassmen who are older than me, I really started to discover who God was and learn how to go to His Word and His truth and learn who He was.
We want you to be the very best you. We believe that's God's plan for you. We believe that He wants you to develop unique gifts and abilities to the fullest extent and to equip you to have the very best future that you can have.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field for the bottom half of the 4th inning. Due up, we're back to the top of the lineup. So it's 1, 2, 3. It's Wade, Brown, and Preaker all due up here in the bottom of the 4th. Tigers leading 5-0 over Southern Nazarene. For those of you just joining, Ouachita jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the 1st from RBIs from Heather Brown, Sloan Preaker, and Callie Jordan. And they got those 2 more runs off of a 2-run homer from Kendall Doctor in the bottom of the 3rd. Arnold back out in the circle for another inning. The 3rd pitcher of the game for Southern Nazarene. As Tigers were able to get rid of the starting pitcher Sadler after just 3 batters. That's going to be hit over to Sullivan. We'll get it to Sauer for out number 1. And that will bring up Heather Brown. Brown is 1 for 1 today with a hit by pitch and an RBI double. Brown batting .355, was just behind Hope Wade. Granted, with Wade going 1 for 3 so far today, Brown might be able to get that top spot back. It'll be a battle here in this game to see who winds up as the batting champion for this Ouachita team. Inside, ball 1. That one was a close one, but it was called ball 1. 1-0 count here, 1 out, nobody on. in the bottom of the fourth. Washita leading 5-0. The 1-0. Called, strike one. This is just a reminder that after this game we will be airing the senior day activities that will be taking place after after game 3 here. That one's going to miss outside for ball 2, so don't go anywhere if you want to see the Tigers recognize their fantastic seniors. Seniors really showing out today. The seniors are Tori Herbert, Kendall Doctor, Kirsten Shaw, Hannah Stewart, Nicole Areola, and Sloan Preaker. That's going to be hit into left for a base hit. Brown's going to look for 2. The throw is not in time as it got away from Sullivan. So a one-out double for Heather Brown gets a runner in scoring position for Sloan Preaker, who's 1 for 2 today with an RBI. Preaker, one of the seniors on this team, this one out of Canyon, Texas, a double major in biology and psychology here at Washita. Preaker steps in, batting around .328. First pitch from Arnold, just outside, ball 1. Washita, or an update from down the street, Washita leads Henderson 2-0 here in the top of the fourth, trying to save the series and avoid a sweep. Get ready for a 1-0 pitch here to Preaker. That's going to be hit just foul. Got Preaker on side or inside with that one. Makes it a 1-1 count now. Sloan stepping in here. Since Sloan has been one of the most consistent players on this Tiger team during her time at Washita. That's going to be hit over to the shortstop, Jones, who's going to get it over to Sauer in time. Brown will stay at second. And that'll bring up Jillian Jones. She has flown out to left both times up. So should be her first time facing Arnold. That last one she hit, look, it jumped off the bat, but ended up getting caught by the wind and avoided getting out of here. It was close. We'll see what she can do here. Like I said, both of them have gone to left. Batting .311 coming into the game. First pitch called, strike 1. Wind blowing out to left now. So it's blowing from left to right. So a good hit that direction could get out of here. That's going to be hit, but it'll go foul for strike 2. Jones now has to battle with 2 strikes. 2 outs here and a runner on second. Tigers up 5-0, and we're going to call time as Rodriguez wants Arnold wants a new ball out there in the circle. Don't know what was wrong with the one she had, but she wanted a new one. So we'll add another minute to the game. So an 0-2 count on Jillian Jones, this is junior out of Inez, Texas, double major in studio art and psychology. The 0-2 outside, ball 1. So double major in studio art and psychology. It's an interesting combination, so I had asked her about it. Says she wants to use that to go into to be an art therapist, which is It was an interesting but a good job, a well-needed profession. Has had several artworks shown in the student galleries at Ouachita. The 1-2, low, ball 2, and the count evens up. Jones getting in the box now, 2-2 count, 2 outs, runner on second, Tigers up by 5. Bottom of the 4th inning, the 2-2. That's going to be popped. It'll get short and it'll get down. They're going to send Brown around third. The throw home is not in time. And Jones will head on into second. Tigers now up 6-0. The RBI double from Jillian Jones, her first hit of game 3. Tigers now have a 6-run lead. Jones stands on second, and let's see if we're going to make a pitching change once again. We'll have a pinch runner come in. For Jones, it will be Sarah Tuller. Yep, the day for Arnold is done, and it will be, all right, interesting. It will be Mahina Sauer coming in now to pitch. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Certainly, there's no better time than now, and I think the sooner the better as you go through life to get your education completed. We wanted it to be practical, and we wanted it to be accessible.
Students, I think, that are learning online have the same desires, same needs, and it's up to us to come up with as creative ways as possible of making sure that all those needs are met.
It's not just getting a degree, it's not just checking a box, it's about us investing an education into these students.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field. The new pitcher is Mahina Sauer, typically the first baseman. It looks like it's going to be, we'll see who moves over to first. Looks like it will be some shuffling around. But Sauer's stats, technically, by stat-wise, one of the best pitchers on Southern Nazarene in terms of ERA. Has a 0.00 ERA. This will be her second appearance. She's only pitched 1/3 of an inning, so she's pitched 1 out. And in that 1/3 of an inning, she gave up 2 hits, no runs, and 1 double. Opponent's batting .667. And it looks like it's going to be number 27, which was the right fielder. So Smith moves over to first. And I can't see who that is out there in right. It looks like a number 6 or 8. I'm going to go with 6 because that's listed as an outfielder. We'll say that's Morgan Brannon. We'll see that later. That's who we're going to call it as. See the first pitch from Sauer. Called. Strike 1 on Callie Jordan. Jordan steps in 1 for 2 today with an RBI single and a strikeout. The 0-1 to Jordan. Popped up on the infield. It might get down, and it will. That will be strike 2 on Jordan. Jordan now's going to have to battle with 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Runner on second in the form of Sarah Toller, who came in to pinch run for Jones. Toller is a junior out of Plano, Texas, double majoring in biology and kinesiology here at Ouachita. Sauer ahead in the count here, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. One-two count here on Jordan. 1 runner on second, 2 outs. Ouachita up 6-0. Oh, and that will hit Jordan. So that'll be a free ride with 2 outs. Puts runners on first and second. That's why you wear the elbow guard. And that will bring up Kirsten Shaw. Shaw's 1 for 2 today. with a single and a run scored. Had a solid hit back in the first. So she was one of the runs that scored on the Kendall Doctor homer. That one's going to be outside for ball one. Sauer is a senior out of Miliani, Hawaii. I'm pretty sure I butchered that one, honestly. That's going to be hit right up the middle. It's going to be stopped. Ooh, got to give credit there. A great play by Sullivan and Jones. Sullivan dove for it and was able to get it and pitch it over to Jones to get the out. Impressive play there. But that will do it for the bottom of the fourth inning. Washita gets one across on the RBI double from Jillian Jones. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on the Washita Sports Digital Network. And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field. Getting ready for the top of the fifth inning. Tigers still leading 6-0. Areola back out for another inning of work in the circle. That's pitched a fantastic game so far. However, just giving up around 4 or 5 hits. Like I said, line sets are down, so it'll depend on what. There might be difference in when I rule it. So, however, giving up 5 hits through 4 innings and no runs crossed. So Washita up 6-0. Due up for Southern Nazarene will be 7, 8, 9. So Smith, Sullivan, and Rodriguez. And if anybody gets on, we'll go back to the top of the lineup in Sydney Sunby. Like I said, Smith now playing first. So Smith now playing first because she was in right field to start, but after they put Sauer in to pitch, Areola seems to be enjoying herself in the circle today. She was singing along just to that most recent song going over the loudspeaker. Like I said, the senior Tiger having a great day in the circle as what will be her final appearance here at Sully Anderson Field. Called strike one. Good pitch there from Areola. The 0-1 fouled. Strike two. Smith is 0 for 1 today with a ground out to third, just her second at bat. Swung it in, missed, strike three. Just the second strikeout of the day for Areola, but it's out number 1 here in the fifth. Now it's going to be Morgan Brandon, who's now batting in the 8 hole. That's going to be popped up on the infield. Wade says she's got it and makes the grab. So that's a quick out number 2, and that'll bring up Victoria Rodriguez, who's also 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to second, back in the third. Oh, we have a pinch hitter coming in number 9. That's going to be popped up. I don't have her name. Oh, it's going to be JoJo Riggins, that she pops up, and to Kendall Doctor to end the inning. 1, 2, 3. A perfect inning for Nicole Areola. Tigers still leading by 6. They're technically 2 runs away now from run ruling this one at Sully Anderson Field. We'll be right back with the bottom half of the 5th on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
But I'll go over that later. And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field for the bottom half of the 5th inning. Due up is 7-8-9 for the Tigers as well. It's Tori Herbert, Kendall Doctor, and Kendall Moyer. Sauer still out in the circle for another inning of work. That's going to be hit into left, and it will be just foul. A few feet foul. That'll be strike 1 for Herbert. Herbert 0 for 2 today. Batting around the 250 mark. The 0-1 called strike 2. Herbert, another one of the seniors on this Ouachita team. Out of Fort Worth, Texas. Double major in marketing and management. Outside, ball 1. So Tigers technically 2 runs away from run ruling this one, as the NCAA softball rule is 8 after 5. Tigers have walked off a couple in run rule fashion. That's going to be hit foul. So Herbert stays alive. So barring a comeback from Southern Nazarene, looks like Ouachita will have their first winning season in over a decade. And the seniors have played a huge part in that this season. Also a big part of it was the new head coach, Derek Grimes. The 1-2, hit up the middle. He's going to get under, or Jones will get it up, but can't make the throw in time, so it'll be a single. Leadoff single for Ouachita. Herbert gets her first hit of this game. And a runner on first with no outs. Doctor comes up. She homered in the third with a 2-run homer to left.
Now batting for Ouachita, first baseman, number 10, Kendall Doctor.
Doctor talking to her old teammate in Victoria Rodriguez. You can see them having that conversation there before Doctor steps into the box. Sauer getting ready in the circle. That's going to be called strike 1. If she could do it again here, we'd get to go home a couple innings worth early. It's rare you see people homer back-to-back. Granted, Madison Miller did do it last weekend. The 0-1 to Doctor. Popped up out of play, strike 2. Oh, 2 count on Doctor, the senior from Rowlett. Stepping in. The 0-2 from Sauer, high and outside. Pickoff attempt back to first, not in time. Herbert stays safe. Good throw from Rodriguez, though just not quite in time over to Smith. So 1-2 count now on Doctor. Doctor battling here with 2 strikes. The 1-2 on the way from Sauer. Outside, ball 2. Ouachita baseball now up 3-0 in the bottom of the fourth. Just down the road at Rav Rogers. Said Ouachita, or here at Sully Anderson, Ouachita looking to win the series. That one's going to be low, and the count will run full on Doctor. Tigers have won 6 series this season, looking to make their 7th. Up high, and it'll walk. Doctor heads on into first, and Herbert will head on into second. That'll bring up Kendall Moyer with no outs here, and now 2 runners on. We will have a pinch runner come in for Kendall Doctor in the form of Kellen Church. Church, the freshman out of Jonesboro, majoring in business administration with an emphasis in sports management. So if this score stays the same and Ouachita wins this one, they will have won 7 series and lost 4. A fantastic turnaround for Coach Derek Grimes, who showed up in January. That's going to be popped into center field. Sunbee's going to come up and make the grab for out number 1. But that takes us back to the top of the lineup for Hope Wade, who is 1 for 3 today with the stolen base. Wade stepping in here. Wade, the sophomore out of Fort Worth and Fossil Ridge High School. Elementary education major here, the switch hitter, usually bats from the left side. It's going to be low. Ball 1. Like I said, Coach Grimes showed up in January, about a month before the first game. Started out the season 0-2, had 8 games in a row get canceled due to weather or COVID. That's going to be hit foul for strike 1. Then they will turn around and start the season off with a series win at Oklahoma Baptist and a series win at Harding. Teams they've lost to have been Southern Arkansas, Arkansas Tech. They ended up losing to Henderson in the series, but that's a rivalry. You never know what's going to happen, and they lost to Southeastern. That one's going to be fouled back for strike 2. It's just been an impressive season for Coach Grimes to come in here and turn this program around. Last year, after 24 games, they were 5-19 and 1-11, and that was dead last in GAC play. Grimes has come in here and turned it around, and they are gotten at least to 60 in the JAC tournament. That's going to be fouled away by Wade. Wade way ahead of these pitches. He just sit back and send one out of here. One's going to be low. One ball 2. Count evens up 2-2. 1 out. 2 runners on. Ouachita leading 6-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Said if 2 runs can score here, we will end this game a couple innings early. Once you get to that 8-run rule there, that's going to be hit. Just foul. That went foul just shy of first base. That was a foul ball for sure. I like the enthusiasm from Coach Grimes over there waving them around third, but it was a foul ball. Herbert heads back to second. Church goes back into first. Still 2-2 count. Wade stepping back in. It's a well-placed hit. Could win this one. Sowers shake off a couple signs. The 2-2. That'll be hit over the glove, and nobody's there to cover first, and it'll load the bases. Sullivan made the grab. but Smith wasn't there to cover first. So that loads the bases for Heather Brown, who is 2 for 2 today. And we'll have time. Weber will head out there and talk. Looks like we will have another pitcher. That's going to be number 24. That is Jaylee Totten, a freshman out of Marlow, Oklahoma. We'll take a quick break and be right back here with the bottom of the 5th inning. Ouachita still leads at 6-0 on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field. Like I said, a new pitcher will be Jaylee Totten. This will be her 5th appearance on the season. She has an ERA of 23.33. She's pitched 3 full innings, giving up 11 hits and 10 earned runs, 11 total. Walked 4, struck out 0. Opponent's batting .579 against her. Said she'll come in a jam here with bases loaded and 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning, 2 runs here. Ouachita can walk it off. So baseball has just about caught us. They're still on the top of the 5th. Ouachita leads 3-0 down the street at Rab Rogers. Brown steps in, the sophomore out of Mount Vernon, the finance and marketing major. The left-handed batter steps in, bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch from Totten will be low for ball 1. So Totten has not gotten a lot of time in just the 3 innings, but allowing 11 runs in those 3 innings. That's going to be called strike 1. I mentioned Totten is a freshman out of Marlow, Oklahoma, and Marlow High School. 3 runners will not be attributed to Totten, though. That's going to be hit right up the middle. That'll score 1. Herbert will score. They're going to hold up Church at third. That was a shallow hit. That'll be 7-0 Tigers after the RBI single from Heather Brown. All the other runners advanced. Bases still loaded for Sloan Preaker. Preaker could send us home a couple innings early here. Still 1 out, bases loaded for the senior from Canyon, Texas. Had a great day so far. She's 1 for 3 with an RBI double that came in the 4th. Had a fantastic senior season here at the Tigers, most likely stepping into the box here at Sully Anderson for the last time. Be very fitting for Sloan to get this one. That one's going to be low and outside for ball 1. Bases loaded, 1 out, 1-0 count to Preaker. That's going to be called strike 1. Bottom of the 5th, Tigers up 7-0. 1 run walks it off run rule style for the Tigers. The odds are in the favor of Ouachita here. 1-1 count, 1 out, bases loaded. Up high, ball 2. Even a walk will win it for us here. There's nowhere to put Preaker. Two 2-1 count, 1 out, bases loaded. Swung at and missed. You got Preaker chasing that one. That'll be strike 2. A little bit of a mishap there as Jillian Jones walk-up song was being played. Preaker steps back in. 2-2 count here. 1 out. Bases is loaded. 1 run away from run ruling Southern Nazarene to take the series. That's going to be hit, and it'll get down. That'll be a walk-off single. It'll score Church from third, and that will do it for the ball game. Ouachita wins it 8-0. What a way to end it for the seniors here at Ouachita. Like I said, final score 8-0. Senior night is going to be coming up. We're going to do it right here on this broadcast, so don't go anywhere. They'll be getting ready for that. We're going to turn the microphone up here and let you hear the voice of Dr. Casey Model, who'll be going over the PA system. But what a way to win it. The senior from Ouachita, or the senior from Canyon, Texas, with an RBI single to walk it off, and Tigers win 8-0. See the Tigers there praying after their win. A great scene to see. And they have secured the first winning season in over a decade here at Sully Anderson Field. No matter what happens at the GAC tournament, they will have a winning record for the first time in over a decade. What a way to do it. Just a fantastic into the regular season here. They have secured their spot in the GAC tournament. They might even be the 5 seed now that they've taken the series here against Southern Nazarene. What a way to win it. So you can see the scoreboard there, kind of blocked by a light pole, but you can see that there. But what a way to win it for the Tigers. Some final numbers here. We're just going over some of the stuff that happened there. You had the senior, Kendall Doctor, with the 2-run home run, her first of the season, to put the Tigers up 5-0. Nicole Areola will get the win in the circle. That was her last pitching here at Sully Anderson Field. A lot of Tigers going out in style today. Just a fantastic job. Tori Herbert, that senior was able to score one of the winning, or the almost winning runs, the second to last run here today. She had a good game. Just a fantastic way to go for these seniors to go out here at Sully Anderson Field. Once again, the final score was 8-0 in favor of Ouachita. They will improve to 20-17 overall on the season. Southern Nazarene will fall to 20-19 overall on the season. We're going to run a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have senior night hopefully ready for you here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Good question. Coming into today, Ouachita was 18-17, so they're now
20-17. We are an intentionally Christian university. We aren't going to apologize for that. But we're also going to challenge your students academically. We all know we learn more when we're challenged. This is also a place, though, where students are going to be invested in. I've spoken to so many alumni, and they come back again and again to telling me stories, naming names of faculty and staff members in specific situations where they invested in their lives, and they look back with the benefit of time and see how formative it was in their life. I think another reason is high impact learning. With the Christian liberal arts, you're going to get that broad experience, but we're also going to go deep. Some of the examples that come to mind is we have science students who spend their summer doing undergraduate research, and that is a gateway for graduate school. I think of some of our business students that we've given $1 million to of our endowment to manage real life experience. Or students who are interested in media and culture who go to the Sundance Film Festival, the premier event to engage with people across the country in this discipline, but also to engage with Christians. But we're also going to be a place where you graduate. We're proud that in the state of Arkansas, among all colleges and universities, Ouachita has the highest graduation rate. You're going to finish on time. But you're not just going to graduate, you're going to be prepared for graduate school, for work. And so at Ouachita, we'll be a better university because of you. And I believe you'll be better because you were at Ouachita.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field, about to do the Senior Day festivities here at Sully Anderson. So they waited till after both games. Whenever we hear Dr. Casey Model start on the PA system, I will turn up the microphone and set it off, and you'll be able to hear him. And after the Senior Day festivities honoring these fantastic Ouachita seniors, I'll give you a quick recap of what's next for the Tigers, and then we will be done. It'll officially be technically the second to last broadcast of OSDN this season. It'll be broadcast number 64 on the spring. So just a few moments away. Once again, Ouachita wins the series after sweeping today's doubleheader. My scores of 5-2 and 8-0. A fantastic day to be a Tiger, at least over here at Sully Anderson Field. Ouachita baseball still leads Henderson 3-0 in the top of the sixth. Said at the beginning of today, before today's doubleheader, they did honor one of last year's seniors in Faith Melton, who did not get to have her full senior season due to COVID. So did a nice job honoring her to start. Not quite sure what the holdup is, but it will be hopefully getting started shortly. I said we are hopefully to be getting underway with Senior Day festivities here soon. It's been a good weekend. Tigers did a great job after losing game 1 9-4. They were able to bounce back and get the doubleheader sweep today against Southern Nazarene. And we are just, Athletic Director David Sharp said we are just a minute out from being ready. Hopefully, like I said, it'll be just shortly. So, Tigers have definitely secured a winning season this year for the first time since 2010 regular season and 2011 when it comes to conference records. You just see Rodriguez there, or just Miss Rodriguez there running across to hug her high school teammate, both of whom are seniors, playing their last regular season games. But here is Dr. Casey Moto. I'm going to turn up the microphone. You'll be listening to his Senior Day announcements.
We begin with manager Harley Deering. Harley is from Cove, Arkansas, and she will be graduating with a degree in accounting, finance, and business administration with an emphasis in management. Harley graduates summa cum laude as a member of both the Carl Goodson Honors Program and the Alpha Chi National Honor Society. This year, Harley received the Higginbotham School of Business Overall Academic Achiever Award and the Ouachita Baptist University Overall Academic Achiever Award. After college, Harley plans on passing her CPA exam, moving to Bentonville, Arkansas, and working in Walmart's Global Audit Department, while she spends time exploring Northwest Arkansas with her son, Bo, and his dad. Harley wants to thank Coach McGee for taking her under his wing in her freshman year when she was just a student missing her favorite sport. He always pushed her to do her best and supported her in every endeavor. She also wants to thank all the girls for help keeping Bo in line in practice and welcoming him into their lives. Finally, Harley wants to thank her family for always stepping up to take care of Bo on the weekends so she could continue to travel with and support the team. Without them, none of this would have been possible. She's escorted today by her parents, Steve and Felita Deering, and her son, Bo Hawkins. Let's hear it for Harley Deering. That's how you clap. Our next senior, number 00, Tori Herbert. A senior from Fort Worth, Texas, Tori will graduate with a degree in marketing and management. She's looking into possible jobs and plans after college, but one thing she knows for sure is that she wants to make a lot of money. Tori wants to thank her father for coaching her all these years and being the best dad a girl could ask for. She couldn't have made it this far without him believing in her like he does. She will cherish the memories they've made forever. She's so glad to have you as her best friend. She wants to thank her mother for always supporting her and being by her side. You make her life so much more fun, and she couldn't ask for a better mom. She loves both of you so much, she cannot thank you enough for everything you've done for her. Tori also wants to thank all of her teammates. They've been there for every high and every low over these last 4 years, never letting her down and never failing to make her smile or laugh. She has learned and grown so much during her time here at Ouachita. All of that she knows would not have been possible without the girls standing next to her on this team. She's forever grateful for the memories, and she will hold on to them forever. Tori is escorted today by her father, Ty, and her mother, Lori. Give it up for Tori Herbert. Our next senior from Rockwall, Texas, number 5, Macy Wilson. Macy graduated in May of 2020 from Ouachita with a degree in kinesiology and a minor in dietetics. In her freshman year, she had a total of 54 hits, scored 22 runs, and had 25 RBIs. She had a career-high batting average of .316 that year. Macy wants to thank Coach Derek and Janie Crimes for stepping into coach this season and welcoming her in with open arms. She wants to thank Coach Dean for not only being an influential coach, but also a friend. A huge thank you goes up to heaven to Coach McGee. Coach McGee was like a father figure to her here at Ouachita, always believing in her and never letting her forget how cared about she was. She wouldn't be where she's at now if it wasn't for him. Macy wants to thank her parents for all of the hard work and dedication they put into getting her where she wanted to be. None of this would have been possible without them. She wants to thank her grandparents for being her biggest fans and for being her support system. They've never failed to put a smile on her face or to love her friends and teammates as if they were their own grandchildren as well. Last but not least, Macy wants to thank her teammates for always being there no matter how hard things got and for becoming a family to her. Macy's been hired as the assistant softball coach at Ouachita. She plans to return in the fall to continue coaching. She is escorted today by her mother Kelly, her brother Noah, her grandparents James and Brenda. Put your paws together for Macy Wilson. Our next senior from Rowlett, Texas, number 10, Kendall Doctor. Kendall graduated with a degree in kinesiology with an emphasis in recreational and sport administration. She received the Freshman Success Award in 2018 and also made the Dean's List in the spring of 2020. Sophomore year, Kendall received Player of the Week, batted .400 with 8 home runs and 33 RBIs before tearing her ACL midseason. She led Kilgore to the postseason for the second time ever. Junior year, Kendall was third on the team with 77 chances handled defensively before COVID struck. This senior season, she's currently tied for 4th in the conference with 95 chances handled without an error. After this year, Kendall plans on taking 15 hours over the summer to finish up her degree. Then she will start applying for internships and coaching positions to pursue her lifelong passion of being a coach. Kendall would like to give a special thanks to her teammates past and present. Coach Dean, who gave her a chance when she came to OBU 3 months post-op from an ACL surgery. Maddie Terry, who was right beside her in the training room every day for their first year here. Her hitting coach, Rodney Hitt, who has helped mold her into the person and the player she is today. Her boyfriend, Rico, who always picks her up when she's down. And last but not least, her parents, who made her softball career possible. Words cannot describe how appreciative she is for everyone who has been a part of her journey. She will always be thankful for the sacrifices they've made and the time they gave to make her the best player and person she could possibly be. Kendall is escorted today by her father Craig, her mom Kara, her sister Paisley, and her dog Honey. This is Kendall Doctor, Tiger Nation. Our next senior from Flower Mound, Texas, number 11, Kirsten Shaw. Kirsten graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Marketing and Mass Communications. While at Ouachita, Kirsten made the Dean's List in 2018 through 2021. She was a part of the NCAA All-Great American Conference academic team from 2018 to 2020. She graduated in 2020 with a bachelor's in business administration with an emphasis in marketing, and now is completing a second degree to graduate in May with a Bachelor of Arts in Communications in Media. In her softball career, Kirsten played in the 2018 NJCAA World Series with the Galveston College Whitecaps. They finished top 10 in the nation. Kirsten was also named to the 2018 NJCAA First Team All-Region 14 softball team, and she was First Team All-Conference. After college, Kirsten plans to begin a career in social media marketing in the Dallas metropolitan area. She was accepted in and will start a master's degree in social media marketing at Arkansas State. Kirsten would like to thank her parents for their endless support throughout her career. She would also like to thank all her coaches through her years in rec, competitive, high school, and college, especially Coach Grimes, for giving her the opportunity to play the sport she loves. She's escorted today by her parents Bill and Sharon Shaw, her sister Maddie, and her dogs Kai and Bee. Let's hear it for Kirsten Shaw. Our next senior from Cisco, Texas, number 12, Hannah Stewart. Hannah will graduate with a degree in kinesiology in pre-professional studies. At Cisco College, Hannah got an Associate of Arts and Science degree. She made the Dean's List from 2016 to 2018, made the President's List in 2017, and was also a part of Phi Theta Kappa. At Howard Payne, she made the President's List in 2018, the Dean's List in 2019, and was a part of Phi Theta Kappa. Here at Ouachita Baptist University, she has made the President's List in 2020 and 2021. While a part of the softball team at Cisco College, she got a second team NJCAA Academic Student Athlete Award for 2017-2018. Here at Ouachita, she has made the GAC All-Academic Team. Hannah's plans for after college are to take a year off from school and then attend a graduate program to earn her doctorate degree in physical therapy. Hannah would like to offer a special thank you to her parents, her grandparents, her sisters, her teammates, and Coach Dean. She says she would not be where she is today without their endless support and motivation. It has not always been an easy ride, she says, but it has been worth every moment of blood, sweat, and tears. Hannah is escorted today by Mary Ann and Daryl Stewart. Give it up for Hannah Stewart. Our next senior from Corsicana, Texas, number 15, Nicole Ariola. Nicole graduates with a degree in business administration with an emphasis in management. She will graduate with a 3.4 GPA. She was a part of the NJCAA All-Academic Team in 2018 and 2019. She has made the Dean's List for 7 semesters in the past 4 years. She was on the GAC All-Academic Team in 2020 and the GAC All-Academic Team in 2021. After college, Nicole plans to continue her education and obtain her MBA. She wants to give special thanks to her parents, Doug and Amanda, for all of their support the past 18 years. Whether it was hitting her buckets and buckets of balls or driving her all across the Metroplex for tournaments, they were always her biggest supporters, and she could never thank them enough for that. She would also like to give a shout out to her dad, also known as her pitching coach, who inspired her love and passion for the game. She would also like to thank her previous coaches from Select, high school, and most importantly, her coaches from her previous college. She wouldn't be the player she is now without their profound knowledge and guidance they have given her throughout her career. She would like to give a special thanks to Coach Dean. She thought she was done playing, but she took a chance and gave her the opportunity to go further in her career. Without her, she never would have come to Ouachita, which she can say has been such a great experience and a great place to be. Although things did not turn out as planned, she is proud to not only have the privilege of calling her coach, but also family. She wants to thank her team for always having her back day in and day out. She also wants to thank her girls, you know who you are, for helping her get through the most rewarding yet challenging years of her life so far. She doesn't know what she would do without you guys. She would like to thank Coach Grimes for stepping in and guiding us through the season this year. Lastly, she wants to give a special thanks to Coach Cheney. In such a short amount of time, she has helped her completely change her mindset on the mound, and she continues to help her become the best version of herself every day. Thank you for all your support day in and day out, and for believing in her even when she had trouble believing in herself. Nicole is escorted today by her mother Amanda and her father Doug. This is Nicole Ariola. And finally, a senior from Canyon, Texas, number 24, Sloan Procure. Sloan graduates with a degree in biology and a minor in psychology. She has been a part of the Alpha Chi Honor Society. She's made the president's list for all 8 semesters of her undergraduate career, and she is also a part of the Ouachita Honors Program. While at OBU, Sloan was awarded Freshman of the Year in 2018 and also received GAC Softball Player of the Week in 2021. After graduating, Sloan will be heading to Little Rock to take a job as a medical scribe to fill her gap year before graduate school. Sloan plans on attending PA school starting in the fall of 2022. She wants to give a huge thank you to everyone who has supported her along her college journey. To her parents, thank you for the constant and endless support you've given. The time, the money, the effort you have sacrificed for her is something she can only hope to repay a fraction one day. To her 2 amazing grandparents, thank you for always being her biggest support system and always making time for her. To Coach Grimes, Coach Jay, and Coach Macy, thank you for coming into a new group of girls and adapting to us. You have pushed us to be better teammates, better people, and better Christians, and for that, she will always be thankful. And to her team, thank you for always pushing her, for pushing one another, and for creating an environment that not only makes great athletes, but great people too. Each and every one of you are insanely special to her, and she hopes that you all know that at any time of day, she'll be there for you. You all mean the world to her, and she's so grateful for the time that she's had with every one of you. She loves you all so much and will miss you, but she'll only be an hour away for now, so you're not rid of her yet. Take advantage of the years you have here, and never take them for granted. These are the best years of your lives with some of the best people around. She loves you, and roll Tigers forever. That's roll Tigers. Well, I didn't have a pronunciation guide. Sorry, Sloan. Tiger Nation, this is your 2021 softball senior class. Let's hear it for them all.
Was the senior day presentation here at Sully Anderson Field. Final records for Ouachita will be 20-17 overall, and I believe it was 18-15 in conference. That is the first winning seasons in over a decade for Ouachita softball, and I believe it might be just the second or third winning season ever for this Ouachita program. A fantastic year. It's not quite over yet, as I mentioned, this team will be headed to Bentonville to take on or to play in the GAC tournament in 2 weeks. They do get a week off. Once again, they win the series against Southern Nazarene, and a great way to honor these seniors you see on the screen in front of you. They have had a fantastic impact on this Ouachita team. Could not think of a better way to send them off here from Sully Anderson Field than the way they did this weekend. Just a fantastic way to end a career here at Ouachita. All of them had fantastic parts in this program. Like I said, you had Harley Deering, Macy Wilson, who was a graduate last year, now the assistant coach, Tori Herbert, Kendall Doctor, Kirsten Shaw, Hannah Stewart, Nicole Ariola, and Sloan Preaker. All huge parts of this Ouachita team, and teams that will go down in history as they have, like I mentioned, secured their first winning season in over 10 years. It's a fantastic career, and I'm happy to have been able to bring this to you. This will pretty much be the final broadcast for OSD in this season. Well, the second to last, as baseball has to finish up, but this will be it. After this, we are done for the year. This will be broadcast number 64 on the spring. The crew here has been amazing this season. Today, here with me, I've had Chase Hartzell running the board and switching for us, and up top has been Dr. Jeff Root helping us run camera today, filling in when we had a few positions that needed to be filled. I am Matthew Branch. I am so happy that I've gotten to be the broadcaster this season for this special season here of Ouachita softball. Coach Derek Grimes and Coach Danny Grimes and Coach Wilson have done a fantastic job this season. It's not over yet, as there's still some postseason play to come. But that will do it for Ouachita Sports Digital Network here at Sully Anderson Field. Once again, I am Matthew Branch. Thank you for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Go Tigers!